Hello and welcome to Tea Time. I'm Ginger Nelson here with my co-host Nettie Hatcher. And today we have Dan Phillips, Carrie Ann Turner, and Letha Hartley on the set with us. And they are here to talk about the Alzheimer's Association. Welcome, guys.
Great. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Now, Miss Letha, I know that you're on the board of the Alzheimer's Association. And Dan, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Actually, I'm the development director for the Alzheimer's Association. A couple of years ago, we moved the office here to Tifton. We cover 35 counties in South Georgia, so it's a big area. And I used to be in Albany and realized as time went on that people in Valdosta and Waycross didn't even realize we existed. So number one, we had to get the office here in Tifton, and then number two, we had to revamp our board to include people from Tifton and Valdosta and still keep that support over in Albany. And it's just been phenomenal. It's people like Letha that have their own problems, their own life, their own work schedule, but yet still find time to volunteer and help others, and that's how we survive. So just in the last year, we was able to hire a full-time programs person, and just moved our office. We had some donated space first at the Leroy Rogers Senior Center. I tell everybody we was between the kitchen and the janitor's closet, just a little room that we had in there. But again, that didn't matter because we had the volunteers that were out there spreading the word and raising awareness. So just recently, just in the last couple of months, we moved to our new office now on 2nd Street. And I got our new sign put up. We had our ribbon cutting, and can tell you that the phone's ringing off the hook. You know, people know about us, and Alzheimer's disease is something that years ago people didn't talk about, but now they are. And we're getting those phone calls that say, hey, you know, my mom just got diagnosed, what do I do? Or we have other people that call that know as much about Alzheimer's as we do, but yet something happened and they just needed somebody to talk to, somebody to vent to. And so we provide that, care consultations for those people, and just really excited about it. Continues to grow. I always tell everybody if we were for profit, we'd be great that we're getting all these new clients. But with that said, it is sad. I mean, it is some of the phone calls that we get. It's a disease that still has a lot of questions. There's still not a cure for it, and so we got a long way to go, but we're headed in the right direction.
Well, Dan, you have a passion for the disease because you were affected by it in your family.
Exactly. I mean, I started out, I used to work at Merck & Company over in Albany, and it was my dream job. I mean, I made more money than I ever dreamed I would make, and but one weekend went down to Florida and saw my grandmother. My mom was down there, and it just blew my mind what they go through, and the person with the disease, that's sad, but the caregiver, what they go through. My aunt gave up her life. She was a nurse and quit her job just so she could stay home with her mom. And I mean, it's so sad to see that person that you've known all your life, that you love, and when they don't even recognize your name, they ask who you are and what you're doing in their house. And so I came back. I did a little golf tournament over, got my buddies at Merck, and we raised some dollars. I took them to the Alzheimer's Association, and long story short, Merck closes down, and about 2 weeks later, the association called me and said, hey, we're looking for a development director. And my first thought was, I don't really know anything about fundraising. I mean, but what I did volunteer-wise. But it's one of those jobs that you get to meet all the good people. You get to meet people like Carrie Ann and people like Letha that, again, have their own struggles every day, but yet still find time to help others. And if you watch the TVs, if you read the newspaper, you don't really see a lot of that. It's all bad. But work in a job like I have, and you get to meet all the good people. So.
Now, I know the Alzheimer's Association could not exist without contributions and fundraisers, and you all have a big fundraiser coming up real soon.
We have a really big fundraiser coming up, and we also have one of your folks, Miss Ginger, who's going to be part of it.
Thanks to Miss Letha.
That's what I get from knowing you since you were.
That's right.
Before you were born.
Yeah, before I was born.
And that was a perfect choice when I found out Ginger was participating in this fundraiser. She's just perfect for it.
She is. She really is.
I'm glad y'all think so.
No, she really is, and I'm just so excited, and I'm very thankful to Ginger also that she's going to participate. But the event is called Dancing Stars of Southwest Georgia. South Georgia. And it's going to be similar to Dancing with the Stars that is so popular. And Ginger is one of our stars. And we have 9 others. And I don't
Carrie Ann is one.
Carrie Ann is one of them.
I'm a great volunteer. But I'm excited. I know you are too, so I guess together we'll make it.
You will.
And hopefully at the end of the day raise some money.
Yes,
Now-
and that's what it's all about.
And I know that Ginger has a background with dancing, but Carrie Ann, have you danced in the past?
I just danced as a little girl a little bit and did some gymnastics, but no, nothing professional at all.
Well, it's going to be fun.
Just in my own mind.
Yeah, mine's not professional either.
And that's really what we want. We want people who have been touched with the disease or know someone, and also someone who is willing to be vulnerable and get out there and dance and just have a good time.
I think it will be quite entertaining.
It will be very. I will say that we went to several last year in the different parts of the state. I went to the one in Macon and Augusta, and it's quite the event. It really is. So it's going to be a great event for those in this area, and it'll be a fun night, a night where you can dress up and just come and have a great meal and great entertainment.
And I think it's wonderful that you've got local people dancing, because people can come and watch people they know and they see every day in the community.
That's right. That's right. And they can vote for them. That's how they'll raise their money, is voting for of one of the, or you can vote for as many dancers as you want to. But I think that it's just marvelous that they will get up there and, you know, maybe your friends will say, hey, if you do this, I'll vote. I'll give you a little extra money. I don't know.
We're really proud of these dancers. I know I am, because the fact that, as Letha mentioned, we've done this. There's 7 regions for the Alzheimer's Association in the state of Georgia. We've done it in 6 regions last year. This was the only region that didn't do it, and it was partly because of the move here and trying to get ramped up again. So we're just still selling the idea here, and to have people like Carrie Ann, to have people like Ginger, to step out on the limb and really put faith in us that we're going to put on a good show. And dancing is so far out of my comfort zone. I've said this 100 times, but surrounding myself with the people that know what they're doing, I've already heard from the dancers calling back and talking about the experience and laughing at just, and they're just getting started with these practices. So the fact that you guys have gone out on a limb, again, I can't thank you all enough for doing that. And when the community sees what happens next year, they're going to be calling us. I firmly believe that. And that's what's happened in the other regions.
And I think it needs to be mentioned that they are dancing, but they're dancing with professional dancers.
That's right. And I mean, I'd like to say thank you to them for giving their time. And I mean, it's a lot of work. I mean, bless their heart.
That's some of the stories I've heard. I mean, it's been so funny because, again, we're just like an episode of Dancing with the Stars. We're pairing the star dancer, the person that's going to go out and raise the dollars and promote the event for us. We're pairing them with a professional dancer, and on their own time frame, they're learning this one song. It's a 90-second to 2-minute routine, and we're gonna have videos of them from day one practicing. That will show a little clip before they actually come out the night of the event. We're also going to have another camera set up backstage, just like the show, and so when they get through dancing, after the judges critique them, then they'll go backstage and get interviewed again, and they'll be breathing heavy and talking about their experience. And I think that's when you're going to see the relief that it's over. But oh my God, look what I just did! Look, I know I raised. And Ginger, brag on you, #1 top fundraiser so far.
Yeah.
Already at over $8,000 yourself.
Well, that's one thing that was required of us as dancers, is to
Right.
raise the money as well. Our amount is $10,000 apiece.
Right. We asked all these star dancers to commit to raising $10,000, and this includes selling the tickets, selling the tables. They'll get credited for those tables that they sell. So it sounds like a daunting task, but again, as the Alzheimer's Association, as our board members, we're out there selling tables too. And if somebody doesn't have a particular dancer that they want to support, then we're going to divide that up amongst everybody and help them out too. So it is a daunting task. It's something that I know people don't like asking for money, a lot of them, but when you put that and dancing together and the whole experience, I'm here to tell you that Ginger's going to find her replacement next year. She's going to be able to talk about the experience and be so happy about it that people are going to come to her. Hey, I want to do this. What do I need to do? And Carrie Ann will be the same way. I never believed she would do that, but look how great it turned out, and look at the smile on her face. And And then the bottom line is the dollars that we raise for the Alzheimer's Association. I mean, all the services that we offer, the majority of them are free, but we all know in this world there's nothing really free. So it's events like this that we're able to do the things we do to help the caregivers and the people with Alzheimer's.
Now, I know that Ginger and Carrie Ann and all the dancers have been working really hard to get ready for the event. Let's talk about when the event is. When is it going to be held?
It's going to be held May the 4th at the UGA Center here in Tifton. I'm not sure what time it starts.
Cocktail hour is 6:30. Really excited to have WALB as a media partner, and Carla Heath Sands is going to be one of the MCs along with Tyrant here in Tifton. So going to have great MCs. We're working on the judges now. We've got a couple lined up. I guess I'm asking for a couple more. So May the 4th, cocktail hours at 6:30. The show's going to start somewhere between 7 and 7:30. Again, we'll have the sit-down meal. We're working on all the catering to get all that done. And like I said, again, I mentioned earlier, out of my comfort zone, but every day that goes by, it's more and more exciting about what we're fixing to do.
We're talking today about South Georgia's Dancing with the Stars for the Alzheimer's Association. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back in just a moment with more on Tea Time.
Are you in the mood for some amazing food? Well, stop by the Smokehouse, home of the best ribs in the South on 82 in Tifton, and try their new barbecue buffet. The barbecue buffet features their signature smoked chicken, pulled pork, and their famous barbecue beans, all cooked over high-quality blackjack oak. The barbecue buffet is offered daily from 11:30 to 2 and from 5:30 to 8. On Friday and Saturday nights, try the buffet featuring Lake Okeechobee fresh catfish. The Smokehouse is home of certified Angus beef, and they're now in their 26th year. Let them cater your next party. Give them a call at 386-0606.
Ranchero's Fresh Grill is now open in Tifton at 133 South Virginia Avenue across from Tractor Supply. Ranchero's has the finest and freshest tacos, burritos, salads, quesadillas, nachos, and chips and salsa anywhere. Want dessert? Ranchero's has that as well, with the s'mores quesadilla for only $2.99. Don't forget about the kids. Ranchero's has kids meals starting at only $3.99. Find them on Facebook for coupons and specials. Call them at 396-5555, 133 South Virginia Avenue in Tifton. Come check out Stevie B's at 131 South Virginia Avenue next to Tractor Supply, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Check out their all-new lunch buffet, which includes your drink, Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. No time to sit down for lunch? Go try their new carry-out buffet for only $7.49. They've also got pasta, breadsticks, a salad bar, 10 pizzas, 4 desserts, sweet and unsweet tea, and all the Pepsi products. They can always create your own pizza. The $5.99 lunch buffet starts Monday and runs Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Like us on Facebook for special deals. Stevie B's, 131 South Virginia Avenue in Tifton.
Welcome back to Tea Time. We've been talking about the Alzheimer's Association and the Dancing Stars event that is coming up on May the 4th. And Carrie Ann and I are two of the stars. And we will be dancing that night. We have been paired up with a pro partner. And Carrie Ann, how's your experience so far?
Well, I have met my partner, and we've decided the cha-cha. And from what I understand, the cha-cha is quite fast. So
Gotta learn to move
stance.
Gotta learn to move them feet fast. Huh?
The funny thing is, I used to think in high school I could dance really good, but now that I'm getting to be 40 years old, that's my children have let me know that that's not the case anymore. So, we'll just do our best. But
we're stepping out of our comfort zone.
There's going to be a lot of Latin dances, I think, though.
I grew up taking tap, ballet, and jazz, but I've never danced with a partner. I've never danced any type of Latin dance. I have been paired up with Angel here in Tifton with Angel's Touch, and we are dancing some type of Latin dance. I know that we were practicing last night, and we were dancing tango. I've never done any of that before, so I was stumbling, falling all over him.
But you were a gold duster, Ginger.
It doesn't matter.
It's going to be wonderful.
Gold duster is a lot different than tango.
And you have to remember we'll be in heels, too.
That's right. And I've never danced in heels before. Last night I was just in tennis shoes, and I was like stumbling all over him. And, it's going to be quite comical.
I think so. There'll be a variety of dances. I think they said some are doing hip hop.
Carrie Jones here in town, she's paired up with a guy named Van Jackson who teaches kids hip hop at Southern Pride Cheer. And he's also, they're going to start he teaches tumbling over there, and they're also going to start a hip hop class. And I actually got a call from Carrie yesterday and said kind of the same thing you said, Ginger, that she could hardly move this morning. So that guy was putting her through all kinds of stuff over there. But she is so excited about it. And her exact words were kind of what you two said. It's either going to be a hot mess or she's going to absolutely
Hey, we'll all be in shape. That's for sure.
And I think that you're going to be really surprised at how well you do. Honestly, I think you'll get out there and you'll be so proud of yourselves, and we're going to be so proud of you.
And at the end of the day, you've raised so much money for the Alzheimer's Association, which is such a wonderful cause. So,
which is the bottom line. And
that's right.
Sometimes we get off track here and say this is a dance competition, but it's not. I mean, it's a fundraiser. We're going to have if you've watched the show, the Mirrored Ball trophies. We're going to give a trophy to the dancer that raises the most money, but we're also going to give one to the judge's choice as to the best couple too. So, as long as we keep in mind that it is a fundraiser, that it is a charity event, come out and enjoy yourself. But it's a chance that you can help out a good cause and have a good time while you're doing it. The word fundraising, the first 3 letters are fun. If you guys ain't having it by now, I can see the smiles on your faces. I know you are. And I've got the telephone calls from the others too. So, one of our dancers is from Camilla, Reginald Gerard. He's 6'6", and he hasn't danced, he said, in forever. And so his partner's got her work cut out for him. Austin Scott's wife, Vivian Scott, is going to be one of our dancers. And I can just imagine with her busy schedule that she probably hasn't had a lot of practice time in either. So I'm really enjoying hearing these stories of the pro and the star meeting each other and getting started, and like Ginger just said, stumbling over each other, and But when you see the finished product, it's going to be fun. It's going to be really, really fun.
I'd like to say too that Chip Morris, whose mother is a resident at Maple Court Senior Residence, where I work, is also going to be dancing. And who are some of the other ones that we have from the other areas, Dan?
Michael Hobbs, he's a retired Marine out of Valdosta. He told me last night that he met his dance partner, and they're going to do the hustle. He said he knows 80s music, and that's all he knows. And so they picked out a song, or a song, and they want to do the hustle. Carrie Jones, as I mentioned, here in Tifton, she's one of the dancers. Daryl Salter, he is the vice president of lending over at Doco Credit Union in Albany. That whole credit union, I mean, they have branches and all over, including one here in Tifton. They are so behind him. They actually called me yesterday and bought a couple more tables. So really excited about having
Jay Lacey from Tifton's doing it.
Jay Lacey, right, at St. Anne's Episcopal Church, the pastor's wife. She's dancing. She's going to do some kind of a swing, I think, is what the last time I had talked to her. So she was still meeting with her partner, Kevin, and they're going to work out what they got to do.
Yeah, some of these styles might change once we start.
We could come up with our own.
Do we have to have a named style?
Something tells me
we just say it's Ginger style.
I was just
Perfect.
I was just fixing to say something tells me that we're going to have new names for all this is over. Of what we're doing.
We're just doing what Ginger can do.
And that's good enough.
You don't know how much I appreciate you laughing at this, because again, you guys are stepping out on a limb, and we've seen it in the other regions. We know what this night's going to be like. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be the dance competition. The judges are going to be critiquing the dancers, but the bottom line is it is a fundraiser. I mean, you guys are working hard now. You're going out and doing that, and that's what we got to keep in mind, that we are raising money for a great cause. Alzheimer's disease is something that, as we talked about earlier, it's getting more and more prevalent. More and more people are calling us. Technology is getting better, so they're diagnosing people a lot younger and a lot earlier. And so we do need to raise these dollars to help care for those that are suffering from the disease.
Well, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment with more about the Alzheimer's Association's Dancing with the Stars on Tea Time.
Are you in the mood for some amazing food? Well, stop by the Smokehouse, home of the best ribs in the South on 82 in Tifton, and try their new barbecue buffet. The barbecue buffet features their signature smoked chicken, pulled pork, and their famous barbecue beans, all cooked over high-quality blackjack oak. The barbecue buffet is offered daily from 11:30 to 2 and from 5:30 to 8. On Friday and Saturday nights, try the buffet featuring Lake Okeechobee fresh catfish. The Smokehouse is home of certified Angus beef, and they're now in their 26th year. Let them cater your next party. Give them a call at 386-0606.
Ranchero's Fresh Grill is now open in Tifton at 133 South Virginia Avenue across from Tractor Supply. Ranchero's has the finest and freshest tacos, burritos, salads, quesadillas, nachos, and chips and salsa anywhere. Want dessert? Ranchero's has that as well, with the s'mores quesadilla for only $2.99. Don't forget about the kids. Ranchero's has kids meals starting at only $3.99. Find them on Facebook for coupons and specials. Call them at 396-5555, 133 South Virginia Avenue in Tifton. Come check out Stevie B's at 131 South Virginia Avenue next to Tractor Supply, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Check out their all-new lunch buffet, which includes your drink, Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. No time to sit down for lunch? Go try their new carry-out buffet for only $7.49. They've also got pasta, breadsticks, a salad bar, 10 pizzas, 4 desserts, sweet and unsweet tea, and all the Pepsi products. They can always create your own pizza. The $5.99 lunch buffet starts Monday and runs Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Like us on Facebook for special deals. Stevie B's, 131 South Virginia Avenue in Tifton.
Welcome back to Tea Time. We've been talking to people from the Alzheimer's Association, and we've been talking about the Dancing Stars of South Georgia. That is going to be right here in Tifton at the UGA Conference Center, May the 4th, 6:30. Cocktails
at 6:30, and the show will start between 7 and 7:30.
It's a sit-down dinner.
It is. It's a sit-down dinner, so it's going to include the meal. It's going to include an open bar, and then the entertainment, the great entertainment, I should say. Ticket prices: it's $100 a ticket. A reserved table of 8 is $1,000. That guarantees 8 people sitting together. And then there's still some sponsorship opportunities available. I know that Plantel is one of our big sponsors. Dr. Max Sims here in Tifton is another sponsor that we have. Doco Credit Union. So we've got them a lot right up front. And know that the ticket sales, they went on sale March the 4th. Buy your tickets early, because the earlier you get your tickets, the better seats you're going to have. So just can't encourage people enough to do that.
And you can buy tickets online.
You can buy tickets online. The website is dancingstarsofsouthgeorgia.com. You can vote for your dancer online. You can see their picture. You can see their bio, why they're doing it. You can donate right there online, or you can print out their donation sheet and you can mail it to our office. And then I'll go on the back side. I'll put it in. I'll credit the dancer that you want credited. If you buy a table, if you buy one of the $1,000 tables, that can be credited to a dancer as well too. So encourage everybody to help them out. They're out there working hard. I've got the phone calls, like I said. They're sore. They're tired. Raising money is not easy. So come out and support them, and then support the Alzheimer's Association. Because again, most of our services are free, but we all know that there's nothing free in this world. The dollars have got to come from somewhere. It's through events like this right here.
Well, you can also, if you're unable to come to the event, you can also vote for a dancer, and for $1 a vote.
It's $1 a vote, right.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a limit to how many times you can vote a day?
Not at all.
No. You just have to pay up.
So give them as many votes as you want to.
Exactly. I mean, you can vote $1 at a time. You can vote $5,000 at a time, and get 5,000 votes. So it's going to be, I know Ginger jumped out.
And you'll be able to vote that night as well.
And you'll be able to vote that night too. We'll have volunteers in the crowd that night that'll be assigned to certain tables. So when Carrie Ann gets through dancing, the judges will critique her efforts, and then the MCs will ask the audience to vote. There'll be cards on the table, envelopes with each dancer's name on there. They'll just check off the dancer they want to vote for. They can put their credit card, they can write a check, cash, and then we'll take that back to the cashier and get those votes registered online, because again, we're going to give out that trophy that night of the person that raises the most money. So we love that competition. Like I said, Ginger jumped out to a big lead, but I know some people out there that called last night and bought tables. And,
coming up behind me,
once we get that coded to the website.
People, I need your vote.
And Carrie Ann says the same thing.
Well, we want to introduce Bonnie Sayles, and she is also with the Alzheimer's Association. Now, Bonnie, you have something to tell us that's not related to the event.
Well, actually, it is because
Oh,
of
it is?
the fundraising. I want to tell you about where the funds are going, just to talk a little bit more about that. We do have our 1-800 number, 1-800-272-3900, where people can call and they can get their tickets through calling us there, or call and ask for more information about Alzheimer's. And anybody that calls in our entire 35 county regions that we serve here out of Tifton, it'll ring in our office. And if we're not in the office like today, if we're out and about in the community, it does roll over to Atlanta or to Chicago, and then we will get an email saying you need to follow up with these folks about Alzheimer's or about the ticket sales or whatever anybody is calling us about. But also, I did want to talk to you about our Safe Return program. This is a very important way of keeping track of our elderly who do wander. 6 out of 10 people with Alzheimer's disease do leave their home without the caregiver even knowing that they're gone. And many more people are found than are reported missing. I had this experience with my mother right here in Tifton, and it's really good in a small town because people know you and think, oh, she should not be walking down there. I've had church members stop and pick her up and bring her home. And she said, well, why couldn't I just walk, but she's going the other way than going to CVS where she thought she was going. Anyway, this is a way of having an ID bracelet for somebody who may not know the person that is wandering, especially for our police officers, to be able to know that this is somebody that needs assistance. It's a medical alert safe return bracelet with a 1-800 number on the bracelet, and the information is recorded. Normally this costs $55 to sign up for this program, but through our South Georgia region here, we can help up to 12 people, one a month for the whole year. So I've got a couple of people signed up, but I've got to sign up some more. So if people will call our 1-800 number and let us know this is something that would help them out, we do have funding to be able to help out with this.
And that funding comes from events like this right here. So
that's what it's all about.
It is what it's all about. It's, to me, when I first came to Tifton, when I first started with the Alzheimer's Association, a couple of horror stories happened because of that. Some pretty close by here. One lady was found up underneath her house trying to get out of the weather, didn't know how to get back inside, found her and passed away. Somebody got away from an outing. It was at a fishing camp, I think, and wandered away, and they found him. He drowned. Again, both had Alzheimer's disease. And so it's something that, again, you hear it more and more because, Bonnie will train the police department and the fire department on safe return, but years ago, they would see that person outside and, well, let me just take him down here to the jail. He's been drinking and he can't get home again. And a lot of times they'd spend the night in jail, and then they realize the next day their loved one's been looking for them. That's not where they need to be. They need to have this bracelet on. Whoever finds them needs to see it, call the number, and chances are that loved one has already called in looking for them. So one of the ways that we spend money, I think it's great. Our support groups that we have, so many times I've seen people, ask a question like, I'm at my wit's end. I don't know what to do with my mom, or with my dad. Driving, for example, would be a good one. And 3 or 4 hands go up in the support group. Oh, wait, we had to do that with my dad. Let me tell you what we had to do. And just to see the look on their face, oh my God, I'm not in this by myself. That's really rewarding. And again, we do these things, but it costs dollars to do it. So vote for your favorite dancer because you are helping people. I don't know how else to say it, but you're just helping
Another
people.
thing, too, is the Alzheimer's Association is the world's 3rd largest funder of research to find a cure for this disease. And the money goes toward assisting people who are currently dealing with it, but also we're looking at medications. That's how we get Aricept and Exelon is the research that we are helping to fund. And talking about the U.S. government, the National Institutes of Health is the 1st largest funder. The nation of China is the world's 2nd largest funder, and then the Alzheimer's Association. Wow. So we are the largest nonprofit organization that is a funder of research. So your donations to the Dancing
And think
Stars
about
are
this,
going to
too.
go toward research.
Think about this, Ginger, too. And I say this with my job. I know one day, and it's going to be in my lifetime, and it's going to be before I retire, I'm going to go home and on the 6:30 news it's going to say, you know, they found the gene or they found the drug. Think about how you're going to feel stepping out on a limb the way you're doing now, and Carrie Ann, you too, and to hear that news that, oh my God, we found what it is, or we found the cure, or we found, I'm always skeptical to use that word cure, but if we know what causes it and we can effectively treat it and prolong it for 20 years and then you die from cancer or from something else, then technically we've cured Alzheimer's disease. That's because of you people too. That's because of the dollars that we raise.
Well, I have to say, probably speaking for Carrie Ann and I both, I mean, we both feel honored to have been asked to participate in this to help raise money for the Alzheimer's Association. Me personally, I've never been affected by it in my family. My granny, when I was younger, I think she had some form of dementia, but not, I don't think it was Alzheimer's. Right. But my mother-in-law is helping a family friend who has been diagnosed, who has no other family, and I did go and visit him on Valentine's.
Did you?
Yeah. So I can see the disease firsthand.
He's very dear.
Yeah, yeah.
He's at the same facility where my mother is.
If I can help one person,
that's right.
You've done something.
That's right.
That has to go through it.
And trust me, you are. I mean, that's what I say. If you haven't been to the support groups, if you haven't been to, or get those phone calls from people that, one of the saddest ones for me was, it was a lady that came to our support group that helped everybody there. She knew more about Alzheimer's than me and Bonnie put together probably. But for the first day, her husband didn't recognize her. And that never even crossed my mind. I mean, how can you be married for all those years and be intimate and, you know, that's your soulmate. And then one day he wakes up and he doesn't know who you are? I just can't imagine that.
That is
that feeling.
Just an unreal situation. Thank you all for coming on the show today. We could stay here all day long and talk about this subject. Thank you for what you do to help people with Alzheimer's. If you're interested in finding out more about the Dancing Stars of South Georgia, call the Alzheimer's Association at the number on the bottom of the screen or go to their website. Thank you for watching Tea Time today. We'll see you next time right here on Plant Tiff Net's Wiregrass Channel 3.